You're watching the station that's working for you. Now, WMAR 2 News.
I'm Christian Schaefer with your WMAR 2 News update. Police in Baltimore City are investigating 3 deadly shootings, including 2 quadruple shootings that happened just hours apart. The most recent was around 1 o'clock this morning at this apartment building on Liberty Heights Avenue near Gwynn Oak Avenue. 4 people were shot, including a 19-year-old man who died. There was another deadly quadruple shooting around 7:30 Monday night in front of a corner store at Park Heights and Quantico Avenues. Police say a group of people was hanging out in front of that store when 2 gunmen walked into the block and started shooting at them. A 25-year-old man who was shot in the head was pronounced dead at the scene. And about that same time last night, officers were on the scene investigating that shooting on Park Heights Avenue. Police were called to Sinai Hospital for a report of a woman who had walked into that hospital with a gunshot wound. She's 22 years old. She'd been shot in the chest and she died at Sinai Hospital a short time later. Police think she was shot on Fairlawn Avenue near West Belvedere, which is also in Northwest Baltimore. Detectives are looking for leads in all 3 of those shootings. If you have any ideas on what might have happened, you can call Crime Stoppers at 1-866-7-LOCK-UP. A judge in Anne Arundel County has accepted the guilty plea from the man charged in last year's deadly shooting at the Capital Gazette newspaper in Annapolis. Gerard Ramos has now admitted to shooting and killing 5 people who worked at that newspaper: Gerald Fishman, Rob Hyacinth, John McNamara, Wendy Winters, and Rebecca Smith, who you see right there. Ramos' guilty plea ends part 1 of the case, but there will be a phase 2. Jury selection in that starts tomorrow. The jury's going to have to decide whether Ramos is guilty by reason of insanity or if he is criminally responsible. That's going to determine whether he'll be sent to a state psychiatric facility or to a state prison. Plans have been finalized for the special election that will fill the seat in Congress that was held by Congressman Elijah Cummings since 1996. Anyone interested in running for that seat, Maryland's 7th congressional district, can file to do so tomorrow through November the 20th. Governor Hogan has now announced that special primary elections, one for Democrats and one for Republicans in the 7th district, will be held on February 4th of next year. That district, of course, includes parts of Baltimore City as well as Baltimore County and Howard County. Then the special general election is going to be April 28th. That's the same day as Maryland's regular primary for the presidential race and all the other races next year. Elijah Cummings served in that district since '96. Last night, Baltimore City Council introduced a bill that would rename Courthouse East downtown the Elijah E. Cummings Courthouse. Maryland's Department of Agriculture has issued a quarantine in an attempt to contain an invasive species that can damage crops. It's called the spotted lanternfly. That's a picture of it right there. The quarantine is now in effect for Cecil and Hartford County, so it restricts the movement of goods from those areas in an attempt to contain the spread of the lanternfly. They can feed on more than 70 types of plants, including grapes and apples, as well as oak and pine trees, and they attach to many surfaces so they can easily travel from place to place. The speckled 4-winged insect is native to China, Vietnam, and parts of India.
And now from WMAR 2 News, Maryland's most accurate forecast.
Happy Tuesday, everyone. On this Tuesday, we are going to stay on the dry side of things, but we will have more clouds out there for today. Wet and mild Halloween is on tap, and dry and cool weekend, really a dry and chilly weekend, is going to be on tap. So be prepared for that. The temperature timeline today will be more on the seasonal side, maybe just slightly higher than what we should be for this time of the year. We should be at 63. I'm going with about 66, 67 degrees for this afternoon. Here's the satellite and radar at the surface. What's going on? There's the cold front that will continue to work its way closer in here. So by tomorrow afternoon, evening, we will start to get some rain across the area as that area of high pressure continues to get the boot, and that will continue into your Halloween. So for Halloween, we actually do have a risk for severe weather for Carroll County, Howard County, and even portions of Baltimore County. So damaging gusty winds will be the biggest threat. And when it's all said and done, wrapped up by your Friday morning, we could receive up to about maybe 2 inches of rain locally, but more likely about 1 inch to 1.5 inches of rain. So yes, some good soaking rains coming in here, but it's just the bad timing that we don't like as we go into Halloween. For today, that high temperature coming in right around 66 degrees. And once again, that trick-or-treat forecast not looking that good. Rain and thunder, 64 degrees if you're headed out at about 7 o'clock when it gets dark. And there's your 7-day forecast as we get chilly behind that front. Cold, in fact, as we head into the evening. I'm going to watch to see if we even have any frost advisories at that time, Christian.
Looks like football weather
yes.
For the Ravens and the Patriots. Thanks very much, Lynette. That's all the time we have for now. Stick with us online at WMAR2news.com all day long for updates on top stories and breaking news. And for news and weather on the go, you can download the WMAR2 News app from the App Store. It's got live radar, and you can set up breaking news alerts to come straight to your phone or tablet. Thanks for watching. I'm Christian Schaefer.
This WMAR 2 News Update is sponsored by Jones Junction.